Greetings and welcome to the Southside Help Center Show. I'd like to thank everyone for tuning in. This is an opportunity for you to ask any questions about the Southside Help Center and some of the services that we provide. This is a live call-in show. Our number here, 312-738-1060. Today I have one of my co-workers, one of my longtime friend and a guest, Mr. Marcus Flenaugh. Say hi to the people, Marcus.
Hello, everyone.
And Marcus is our youth program coordinator. So today we're going to be talking about youth programs. If you would like to get more information, if you don't get it here, give us a call at the center. That number is 773-445-5445, and you can reach Marcus at extension
4241.
4241 if you have any additional questions. We're going to talk about all the youth programs that we provide, as well as the YRC. I'm going to let him talk about that because that is his expertise and what exactly the YRC is. So we're going to jump right into the show. If you have any questions, give us a call, 312-738-1060. This is a live call-in show from the Southside Help Center, and we would like to thank everyone for tuning in. Marcus, YRC, give me the acronym and then tell me what it means.
YRCCC is actually the Youth Ready Chicago Community Council, which I am one of the 6 leads in the Chicago area. There are 6 regions, split up. The 6th region is the area that I'm responsible for, which is everything south of 83rd Street, to the city limits, 130th. All the way from Cicero to the Indiana border.
Okay. Tell what exactly does the YRCC, correct?
Correct.
What the YRCC does, and then also who is actually, we know it's the Region 6, but who is actually made up in terms of agencies and how many youth that this program is actually touching, because that's going to be vital information for a lot of our viewers, is how many people this is actually touching.
Well, the Youth Ready Chicago has 2 arms. There's the Community Council arm, which I'm responsible for, as well as the Career Development Center, which in the 6th region is Felix Family Services. But with the Community Council, what I'm charged to do is work with all the youth serving agencies in the 6th region to basically create a service delivery plan so that we can fill service gaps that are within the area of the 6th region.
Okay. One of the things we always talk about is alternative programming for youth. It is vital that our youth have something to do, that we provide some sort of structure. One of the programs we got at Southside Help Center is this program, and it will help in filling those gaps. It is so vital that if we're going to do anything about the violence that's going on within our community, that we have a start somewhere and that we get into the fight. And that's one of the things that the YRCC does, is we're actually getting into the fight and dealing with some of these youth issues. So that is an absolutely great program that Marcus is heading up. I want to make sure that we cover an upcoming event that is going to be absolutely phenomenal, and it's beginning to pick up major speed. So we want to talk a little bit about that, and then we'll continue to talk about some of the youth programs that we offer at the Southside Help Center. Tell us about what you got coming up, Marcus, and why you're so excited.
We are hosting our first back-to-school event. It's called All I Do Is Win Back to School Block Party, or Back to School Bash, I'm sorry, and it is going to be held August 27th at Southside Help Center. This is a regional event. This is an opportunity for parents, families, youth to come out and sign up for after-school programs within the region to get immunizations. Various health screenings are going to be available. We just found out Power 92. Sean Knight is going to be there. He's going to be doing a live feed at the event. So we definitely have a great event for families to come out to. And
hold on. Let's put the emphasis on it the way it should be. We got Power 92 broadcasting live from the Southside Help Center, the entire event, or their entire show. That's going to be phenomenal. So we're going to have them out there. They're going to be providing free gifts, free prizes, tickets, that sort of thing. So we're going to need those parents out there. We're going to need those youth out there. Let's not forget that during school time, you can't get into school without those immunizations, without getting those shots, making sure those records are together. So we're going to be providing health screenings for our youth, as well as, and this is a must, back to school bags. We need to make sure that those kids are properly prepared when they get into school so that they can definitely get as much education as possible. This is a live call-in show. If you have any questions concerning the YRCC or youth programs at the Southside Help Center, give us a call here at the station, 312-738-1060. So we want you to know, and again, if you are a community organization and you would like to be a part of this, give us a call. Call Marcus, the number 773-445-5445, and talk to him about what you can do to become involved in this community event. It's going to be a community block bash. That's just the beginning. It's a whole bunch of, just tell me a little bit more about what you got planned outside of the immunizations, which is super key, outside of Power 92 broadcasting live. Tell me something else you got there, because I know it's a lot of stuff going on.
Well, we have the various health screenings. We have GameStop, who is one of our sponsors, who's going to be out. True Star Radio and Magazine, they're going to be there supporting our event. We have the McCormick Tribune. They have a wonderful mobile museum that's going to be at the event. So it's definitely going to be a fun, energetic event to kick the school year off right. Mm-hmm. We're going to have a prayer vigil to kick off all the festivities. To really start the school year off on a positive note.
Okay. It's a lot going to be going on that day. It's going to be August 27th. It's going to be on a Friday. It will be at 10420 South Halsted at the Southside Help Center's location. We're going to be broadcasting live, Power 92. The other thing we want to make sure that people know that we don't stop there. Tell me about the after-school program that you guys have, so that it's not just once you get into school. What else will the Southside Help Center be offering once they get in school?
Well, we also have after-school program. The after-school program starts in September, and the after-school program is primarily a recreational and homework assistance program that's available for students that are in the 6th region, of course, and I kind of got lost there.
That's all right. That's all right. It's going to be vital, and it offers after school where they actually help you with homework, where they have a number of different activities. Remember, we're talking about alternative programs for our youth. We're talking about structured programs for our youth, and the Southside Health Center offers that. Now, remember, the Southside Health Center came about in 1987 when Miss Betty Smith, our founder, what she did was she saw a need for a number of different services. Initially, we started out doing just HIV prevention. We currently do HIV prevention amongst other services. We're a social service agency who what we want to call is a one-stop shop, where we provide HIV prevention and education, where we provide mental health counseling, where we provide violence prevention, youth services. We provide housing for HIV positive clients, as well as case management for HIV positive clients. We also do street and community outreach. We do free HIV testing and counseling. We have to make sure that we touch bases on our HIV prevention and education and let people know that we provide a number of services in that area. And again, this is a community agency, and everything that we do is directly revolved around community. And again, we've been around since 1987. Ms. Betty Smith, our founder, saw a need, and she brought the Southside Help Center, and we've been cultivated and we've been growing ever since. And we now headed up by Ms. Vanessa Smith, who is our executive director now. And the programs that we have are phenomenal, which we're currently starting new safety counts program, which deal with substance abuse. We're currently doing SEBA. SEBA is a capacity building, meaning if you're a community-based organization and you need some help and guidance, give us a call. We also provide that. Also, with our HIV positive clients, we provide a number of services. We talked about that on last week. And this week, we're talking about youth programs. So the Southside Help Center, we provide a variety of different services that's dealing with social service and community. And today we're talking about our youth programs. We got our youth development director, Mr. Marcus Flenaugh, and he's talking about the YRCC, which is a regional program, and we are involved in the 6th region.
Yes. And
we're made up of about 30 or more agencies who come together and collaborate. We have a number of those agencies that'll be out at the Back to School Bash, and at the Back to School Bash we'll be doing registrations, correct? Correct. Talk about the registrations a little bit, and who will be out there doing that.
Well, we have 20 agencies who are going to be out that parents can sign their youth up for the after school programs on the spot. And they'll be able to get a variety of different programs, from arts programs, basketball programs, various sports, recreational programs, tutoring programs. They can sign them up for these programs on the spot.
Absolutely. And the one thing that we want to make sure that people understand is we're always talking about the violence in our community. We're always talking about what the youth are doing. Now we're talking about programs that you can get your kids involved in. And again, we don't just want the youth involved, we want the parents involved, because It's very important that you know what it is that we're teaching your children and that you are there to help us into supporting that process. We also offer mentoring, male and female. That is major, especially for our young brothers and sisters who need that direction when you start talking about hygiene, when you start talking about how they're dressing and what they need to wear, all of these different things, when you start talking about sexual responsibility. That is key. So many of our young people do not get the necessary information when you start talking about that, and you start throwing words like procreation around. You start talking about alternatives. You start talking about these different things. And again, as parents, if you don't have the information, come out, help us in assisting and getting that information for you, and then you can definitely help us in educating our youth. It is vital. Everybody knows about the violence that we're dealing with in the city of Chicago. Everybody knows about the murder rate in the city of Chicago. Now we're talking about some programming that you can get your kids involved in so that we can start to bring that number down on both sides. That's victims and that's those who commit the violence. So it's very important that you guys call us, get your kids involved, you get involved. We got youth programs. It's desperate need, not just of youth, but of parents too. We don't want to leave the parents out because it's vital that they get this information as well. Again, Mr. Marcus Flenaugh, Southside Health Center, is talking about our youth programs, our after-school programs, violence prevention. We also got a school-based program. Make sure you just touch base real quickly on that.
Yeah, we have school-based programs. Our school-based programs provide life skills development, violence prevention. We also have mentoring in the schools for students, primarily in grades 6th through 8th grade. And those are key times for youth.
Absolutely.
They're going through so many changes personally that they really need these services, that life skills, that mentoring to really help them get over.
Yeah, life skills is vital. You know, people often think when you start talking about life skills, you really need to know what that entails. I've been talking to a lot of my youth about cultivation, and how as parents it's important that once we plant a seed or once we lay a seed and then plant it, it requires cultivation. Exactly what that means. It's just like if you plant a seed and just leave it, anything can happen. I mean, it can grow crooked, it can cease to grow, it can actually die. But when you plant a seed and you cultivate that seed, meaning that you're there to water it, meaning that you're there to nurture it. If you see it leaning, you can provide it with some support. It's all about the cultivation of our community, and it's very important that we get enough individuals who planting seeds to help us in the growing those seeds. And when we identify problems, we need to identify solutions as well. So the Southside Health Center has been a solution for a lot of our youth. And one of the things that I know Marcus has just posted was he posted a list of successes, and that's vital, meaning individuals who we were sending off to college, and it's a beautiful thing. And we had so many, you know how we have so many trunk parties and different things, and we want to provide them with as much as we can, because the reality of it is it's rare for us most of the times when we start talking about college trunk parties, and we wanted to become more and more frequent. And one of the things he did was wanted to start a fund. Talk about that a little bit, because that was of importance. And why did you think about that in terms of trying to provide something for those young people going to college?
Because so many of our youth don't have the opportunity to go away to college. We've partnered for several years with the YMCA of Greater Chicago Black and Latino Achievers Program to allow our students to go out of town every spring break and do a college tour. The fee for the college tour is awfully high. A lot of the parents just can't afford to send their kid on the trip with money for food, extra spending money, and pay for the trip. So this year we did several fundraisers to raise the money, and we were able to send 10 students on this trip free of charge.
And you're talking about a thing of beauty. If you have any questions, call us. This is a live call-in show, 312-738-1060, 312-738-1060. This is something that, and I don't know if some of these people would like to remain nameless, and I'll leave it at that, but we had an individual who saw that need and helped in providing scholarships to get those kids to go on these college tours. And this is something that we do at the center, where we cultivate these young people and we help them and watch them grow into something else so that we can send them to college. One of the other things, along with our founder, Miss Betty Smith, she had a daughter named Valerie. Valerie has since passed on through cancer, and Valerie was a adamant. She did everything she could to promote education among youth, and we have a Valerie Smith Reed Scholarship Fund that the Smith family has since started and have sent numerous youth to college. And this is One of our young brothers came in the other day with a suit on and blew my mind. I never saw this kid in a suit, and he was taking his picture because he had received a scholarship from the Valerie Smith Reed Scholarship Fund. That is another program that we have that we cannot talk enough about. We actually have a golf outing coming up on the 4th of September for that particular fund. And when we talk about this, all of this goes together when we start talking about youth programming, when we start talking about cultivation of our youth, college tours, and then actually sending them to college. That is like major. So we have programs like the Valerie Smith Reed Scholarship Fund. We also have those individuals who would like to remain nameless, who actually see a need for our youth, and they actually kick in, and it is unbelievable. Go ahead, brother.
And actually, one of the students that went on the tour with us this year really had no drive to go away to college. Never had been on one of the college tours. Really didn't know what the experience was like to go out of town to college, yet alone go to college, period. So this particular individual went with us and not only changed their mindset about going to college, but got accepted on the spot to one of the schools that we had visited on the tour. And they're actually leaving this weekend to go away to college for the first time. One of the first in their family to go away to college. So it's definitely an experience that is needed.
It is. It's all about exposure, and we talk about that a lot. It's what your children are exposed to, and again, if all they're exposed to is going to be the streets, then that's probably what they'll become. So it's important that you keep those kids involved in programming. You keep them involved in alternative programming. You let them see what it's like to be a college student. You let them see what it's like to go to a higher level of learning and education, and you will be surprised. And I know that for a fact. We've sent numerous young people on college tours and watch them go to college. It's unbelievable and extremely rewarding when you see some of what we would consider to be problem children, when you see them come back and they're being very successful and doing some great things. And I experienced that this week too. One of our young, he was in our programs, and this kid, we had him on the most wanted list. This kid jumped out a second-story window. We took him out of town. He jumped out a second-story window, and
blew up.
We took him out of town again, and he was throwing pennies in the dark while we was laser tag, and he hit somebody upside the head. He blew up the campsite when we took him camping. He threw an aerosol can in there and blew up the campsite. And we never gave up on this brother, and he kept coming back. And when he came back a few days ago, he's here for his 10-year reunion, and we're so proud to say that not only has he become a police officer, but he's one of the youngest detectives in North Carolina's history. So you talk about a beautiful thing or success, and this is what motivates us to continue the process. When we're talking about our youth, we're talking about our programming, we're talking about mentoring, and what that means to our youth. So if you have any questions about the programs that the Southside Help Center offer, our youth programs, give us a call, 312-738-1060. Live call-in show if you have any questions. If you would like to get involved in some of the programs that the Southside Help Center provide, you can call us at the office. That number is 773-445-5445. I'm going to go to the overhead really quick. Want to make sure that nobody forgets about all I do is win, win, win. It's so very important that people understand the back-to-school block party is going to be Friday, August the 27th. It's going to go from 12 to 5 at the Southside Health Center. We're going to have Power 92 broadcasting live. So it's very important that people come out. We're not just having the entertainment, but we're also going to have immunizations. People are going to be getting their shots. Youth are going to be getting shots if necessary. We're going to be doing screenings out there. We're going to be providing just a number of different things. We're going to have raffle prizes where we're going to be raffling off some school, not just school supplies, but stuff that your kids need. So parents, get yourself together. Come on out there Friday the 27th and talk about our youth programs. Get them registered. We're going to have food. Free food is going to be there as well. We're going to have a stage show. Number of youth are going to be performing, so it's going to be bad. So I would suggest to you that you not miss it. So it's going to be another service that not only the Southside Help Center, but it's in collaboration with the YRCC. Which is a conglomerate of organizations who have come together to provide programming for our youth. So all of them will be out there, and we'll be doing registration. So come out and become a part of this youth-oriented event that we got going on. And if you want to be a sponsor of some of these book bags that we need, some of these school supplies that we need, if you want to help out and helping us provide some of these hot dogs and stuff, this is what you need to do. Give us a call, Marcus. You can reach Marcus at Southside Health Center at number 773-445-5445. So please make sure that you give us a call if you're interested in providing some support for this particular event. It's going to be major, so we want to thank you in advance for that. Southside Health Center show, we're talking about programming that we're providing at the Southside Health Center. I got Mr. Marcus Flenaugh, our youth program coordinator here, and we're talking about what you can do to get involved with these alternative programs that we got going on at the Southside Health Center. In the program that starts in September, we're currently working on our summer program. Summer program runs for how long?
Our summer program, we have 3 more weeks until August 27th.
August 27th, and we got a lot of kids there, and it has really been a phenomenal summer, and it's so important that we keep these kids busy, we keep these kids involved, and I watch them. I'm glad that I ain't on that side of the room, because we got a lot of youth, and they do need a lot of direction, so we definitely want people to be involved. And the summer program is currently going on, but it does end in about 3 weeks, and then in September is when our after-school program actually starts, and we'll be back in the schools then. When are they back in the schools?
Well, actually, the Track East schools are already back in.
Okay.
They've started this week, and we do have a small after-school program running for those Track East students that are in the area. But we also have our summer program that's running during the day. But the regular schedules start September 9th.
Gotcha. Track E is the ones who actually go to school.
Year-round. Yeah.
Year-round school, so we have to do something for them as well. So it's school is something else, education is something else, and our youth is something else. So we definitely need multiple programs, and we need people who are willing to support those programs and help those programs, and we need parents who know when they see that there's a need, that they help us in getting those kids out there and coming out and supporting those programs. And we do have parenting classes. We just finished a parenting class. Right. I think it was on Wednesday, and it's a series of class for parents as well. So we don't just look at our youth programs. Youth is directed towards youth, but we do understand that those youth come from homes that have parents, and parents that do need to get some services as well in terms of parenting classes. And it's just about helping and assisting one another. And if you have a technique or some sort of unique way of translating the information, we look for that assistance. So it's all about coming together as a community and trying to figure out what we all can do to help our youth and try to bring the numbers down when we start talking about violence, when we start talking about sex, when we start talking about early pregnancy, because that stuff is still going on. Mm-hmm. And then making sure that they get the correct information around sex and some of those programs that we offer, because there's a series, and I just happened to look at Brother Aaron had a list of things out there in terms of workshops that we're going, and just touch bases on some of the workshops that you guys provide in those youth programs.
And the youth programs, we provide violence prevention, life skills development. We help the students to learn how to relate to each other. Mm-hmm. That's part of the reason why a lot of this violence goes on, because they don't know
resolution,
the conflict resolution, all of that. We also, with the parents, we allow programs. Some of the workshops we do for parents is preventing parental burnout.
Okay.
Helping them to relieve stress and whatnot.
It's major. It is so very important that you definitely, as a community, come together. Come out on the 27th. August 27th is going to be our back to school program. We got Power 92 broadcasting live. Come on out, enjoy the food, get the immunizations, and get the education. And also give us a call at the center, 773-445-5445 if you're interested in our after school programs. We'd like to thank Mr. Marcus Flenaugh for coming out, talking about our program, and we truly appreciate him. The Southside Health Center show, we provide a number of different services. We'd like to thank everyone for tuning in. Until we see you again, we bid you peace.